Travel with us to Hokkaido. This is a work trip where I'll be in Hokkaido for 5 days enjoying food, going on road trips, and filming everything along the way. So let's get to it. Good morning. I'm currently at Haneda Airport because I'm headed on a 5-day business trip to Hokkaido. Gonna be a really long trip. I don't know how I'm gonna do because there's a lot of early mornings. Today I got up at 5 a.m. No makeup, very tired right now, but I'm excited to take you guys along. We have a small team and it's gonna be a good time, so let's go. First food of the trip is a plain shio onigiri, so salted onigiri. It is really tough on business trips to get quality food because we're always on the go. So these things really save me. I'm so hungry. Just landed in Sapporo and we're gonna head to the first location because we're filming today. We're filming 2 spots. That's the hardest kind of thing, when you land, you travel, and you go right into it. We just stopped at a family mart to get more food because we won't have lunch or anything until dinner, so I got myself a coffee because I'm incredibly tired. Family mart coffee. And I got some cheese snacks from the konbini. Trying to do makeup at the konbini bathroom. We're shooting this video over 2 days, so I have to try and get my eyeliner to look almost somewhat decent for 2 days, and I really struggle at it. But I'm a big fan of the Rare Beauty products. Everything I'm using is basically Rare Beauty. Here's the finished look. Not bad for like 3 to 5 minutes. All right, time to go back to the car because we gotta head to location. Kanako's the driver. What are you eating?
Family chicken slaps. You can't go wrong. You're in the Inaka, just get family chicken.
So the first location is a cherry picking mountain, and I'm excited. I've never done cherry picking before. I actually haven't done a lot of fruit picking, and all of my experience has been in Japan, like strawberries. Because this is a sponsored video, we had to go through some talking points, so what we're gonna introduce. Hopefully we can nail everything the first time. But it's not too difficult of a video.
About to be a little cherry boy. Cherry boy.
Shah getting the camera gear ready. He always balances the gimbal. And I'm getting these mics ready. We always use pin mics. One for Emma, one for me. What's your role today?
Driver, director, and then manager desu.
Shah getting this shot. We're in cool hats now.
Cool, but
Very hot.
warm. Juicy, so I'm just gonna go for it. I feel like this is illegal, but
This is what it looks like behind the scenes. I was eating a lot while the camera wasn't rolling. One of my favorite things about working in tourism and this industry is just going to remote locations that I wouldn't normally get the chance to go to, because this is not only just like Hokkaido, Sapporo, it's like a tiny little local farm where you do cherry picking. Like, so freaking awesome to come out here for work and then promote it. So I really love my work and I'm really passionate about it because Japan, I love it so much, and sharing that with the world is awesome. This is incredible. Right here in the warehouse, they're packing the cherries, hand-picked, literally picking out the most beautiful and perfect ones. It's amazing seeing them do it. No wonder it costs so much, because this would be a lot of time to do it. Australia desu. はい。すごく美味しかったです。美味しかった。よかったですね。We didn't spend too much time here, but we did shoot a little bit at this wine shrine, which is literally dedicated to wine. Look at all the bottles and barrels. When you're driving a car in Japan, there's lots of pit stops called Michi no Eki. At Michi no Eki, they sell a lot of local products and produce, as well as souvenirs. And this is a great place to pick up like a snack when you're on the road. I got my Hokkaido cheese, first one of the trip. I love dairy products like cheese and milk. Also got a Hokkaido yogurt. So this is a drinkable yogurt, and I actually had this before. It's from Niseko. It's so good. I can down this in like 1 second. This is black pepper cheese, which is kind of rare to find in Japan. Honestly, the cheese selection is pretty bad here. Not bad. I think I can find better ones, so. It's 6 p.m. and we finally made it to our hotel for tonight. We're staying in Niseko and we're in a really nice room. Like, it's very modern, it's Western, and it's quite close to the downtown Niseko area. And I have a nice flat screen TV. This is one of the better hotels. It's often like a business hotel, which is quite common in Japan for employees who go on business trips, but this is nice. We drove back into the town outside of Niseko to have dinner. When we got back, I just watched TV, but in the morning, the next day, I had a really slow start, so I got to do some exercises and then make a cup of tea. Very relaxing. The client was so sweet and they gave us a whole punnet of cherries. So this is my breakfast for the next few days. It's honestly so awesome. I'm enjoying this because the closest convenience store is quite far. The itinerary for this trip is very spread out because they didn't want to risk bad weather, which is an important shoot for us. So that's why we get to take it easy and have a lot of time in between locations. Usually the business trips are really go, go, go. You get back to the hotel often at 10 p.m, sometimes 11 p.m, and then you're waking up and getting out super early in the morning. So worked on my laptop a little bit before heading out for day 2 of shooting. Of course, we went to this Lawson every morning to get our breakfast, and then from there we drove to our first location. We were shooting at a local sweet store and got to literally just eat nice food and review it. That's my favorite part of shooting, eating yummy food before heading to a winery. Emma and I are here doing a wine tasting at this beautiful winery here in Hokkaido, and I realized tasting involves a lot of alcohol and I'm already getting tipsy. The view is like out of this world.
Intimidatingly fancy.
And we are not dressed. Like you can see, like I'm in like my beach attire.
Yeah, I mean, we were wearing hats before. Took those off.
We've been blessed because Niseko has amazing Western food, had burritos for lunch, and then we had a bunch of free time. We all got back to the hotel, but I kind of wanted to see the Niseko town in the summer because I've been here in the winter and it was only a 10-minute walk, so I walked down. It's pretty dead, to be honest. Niseko is really active in the winter, but right now there's nobody around. One of my favorite coffee chains here in Japan, which originated from Kyoto, is Arabica Coffee, and they have one here in Niseko. I've actually got it before. I'm out of breath. This is a really steep incline, and I'm gonna go to the only local supermarket in Niseko. This supermarket was stocked with everything you could want, especially if you're a ski resort. They had lots of like medical things, but then also Western goods like baked beans, pasta, and then I found Vegemite. Found a cute cafe called Musu, and I'm gonna have a hot drink here and enjoy the moody mountain view right outside this big window in front of me. There's also some oil candles, oil lamps, so it's a really moody place and they have a really cool bar. Enjoyed the Niseko scenery before heading home to see a news report on bears in the wild, and then went out to bathe in a bath. We've come to an onsen, Kanako and myself.
Yay.
It's near Niseko Station. It was a little drive away.
Right.
And we're gonna just soak and relax. Not able to film inside, but this is what it would look like with snow, and then time for drinks. Gonna get my milk. Oh, it's so cute, it's so mini. Go. Almost came out my nose, but it was so good. Just a tiny bit left. Oishii.
Aww.
Coffee.
Coffee day.
At 9 p.m.
Itadakimasu.
It's day 3, and of course we're back at our favorite local Lawson. Starting the day right at the konbini. Cafe latte no ice M size. Arigatou gozaimasu. After a quick breakfast haul at the convenience store, headed to the first spot of the day, which was gelato. Yes, that is too early for ice cream, I agree. But right after that, we kept eating and had a local delicacy, the soup curry. Soup curry. Smells like curry. Smells aromatic, delicious. I have so many veggies. I got some dankon, okra, burdock root, like mushrooms, agemochi topping. So we got potato. I'm ready for potato. I learned something new today. In Japanese, they read from left to right, even like the way the word is read. So like, I was trying to read the station name and it's unchachiku, but it's actually kuchan. Nyachiku. Yeah, it's a very old way. And even hirafu is now furahi, wazako. I never thought I'd end up on one of these super touristy buses, but it was part of the shoot, and you know what? I had a good time. I can recommend it. It was great. Good views, good breeze in my hair. Time to enjoy some of the beautiful nature Hokkaido has, and we've come to a potato field of flowers. My first time seeing potato flowers. I didn't realize potatoes were flowers, even though I eat a lot of potatoes. And actually the potatoes I buy in Tokyo are often from Hokkaido, so this is really awesome to come out here and see it. And then we have the beautiful Mount Yote in the background. He is hidden behind a cloud right now. Feels a little Ghibli-esque.
Oh, めっちゃ上手。うわ。
What's your favorite part of this trip so far?
being in nature. I always thought, because I live in quite a green area, I was like, oh, I don't really need to go, you know, to the forest or anything. And now I'm like, okay, I need a bit more like chill green time in my life.
I think just coming and seeing Niseko in the summer, because they've been in the winter, was really cool, and seeing how green it is and beautiful.
Yeah.
After we finished shooting, we had free time until the sunset, so I was like, I'm gonna go adventure, and found this cool local cafe. Come to Lupicia, which is a tea shop from Japan, and I've had it in Tokyo before, but it's actually originally from Hokkaido and from Niseko. So we've come to the main location. They have a beautiful restaurant where we're gonna have a bit of a break, and some of the Japanese staff are having a meeting, and I'm just gonna enjoy some tea, some high quality Japanese tea. I'm really excited because I've been drinking this tea for so long and I didn't realize it was from Hokkaido. My recommendation is this one called Cookie. It's so amazing. It's like this black tea with like tones of vanilla and like caramel. It's amazing. Also, they said I couldn't get milk with my tea, but then I asked another staff member and they were like, of course you can. So I hope it works out because I don't like tea without milk. My tea just came and I get a whole pot, which is pretty rare in Japan. It smells so fragrant. I got the Darjeeling and they gave me some milk. I got the milk. That's really good. After a long day of shooting, having a cup of tea is like the best way to wind down for me. I started my day with a cup of tea again today as well. So I'll just relax here for the next 30 minutes or so. They've also got this like Shiroi Koibito drink. That's a beer. So I'm kind of curious about trying that because Shiroi Koibito is this really fancy biscuit that everyone buys as an omiyage from Hokkaido. Us girls decided to get the cheese platter. The chef here just came back from France and he brought out all these French cheese that we're gonna get.
Smells nice though. So
It's really like rich.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Yeah, it's a really strong taste. It reminds me of like German cheese because some of them are really strong. I really love Eschwom, which you cannot find like anywhere. It's like a really smelly cheese. Wait, it was oishi, but really strong. Turns out we get to stay here a tiny bit longer, so I got the beer. The white chocolate beer. Kanpai. I'm trying to taste the milkiness because that's how they described it on the menu. Milky with white chocolate tones, but I'm not sure I can. It's just a very refreshing kind of pale ale flavor. I definitely feel like it's an easy to drink beer. I quite like it. My favorite thing about being on business trips is exploring the local area and kind of checking out places that I wouldn't usually get the opportunity to come to, and this is one of them. Like, currently 9:45 and it's a very, very late dinner. We've come to Afuri, which is one of my favorite ramen chains in Japan because they have one in Niseko and it's really fancy here. I love the way they've done the design. I wanted to get a bun, like a bao bun, as did Emma, but I didn't read the menu properly. Maybe it's because it's so late and I got karage by accident. It's okay, I'll eat it, but then I also got edamame and I got a yuzu lemonade. We have to come back in the winter and get our bao buns.
I luckily got one bao bun, but I made the same mistake that Sarah did.
I know, it's very upsetting. This karage is really good though. It's not too like oily, so I'm happy about that. I just wanted something light. This is better than convenience store food. We went to the Lawson and there was literally nothing, virtually nothing left. And that's like how it is on business trips usually. You're just trying to get whatever you can. Wrapped up our dinner and then somehow we're already at day 4. And of course that starts at Lawson. Start of our final day of shooting and Mount Yote's come out to play and he's right behind us and we're all trying to get that shot. And we're gonna get coffee and get caffeinated. We may have eaten a lot in this video, but the last spot was rafting and I was not mentally prepared for the intense rapids, let me tell you. We just went rafting in like a thing called a ducky boat and it was really exhilarating. I feel like I lost all my energy. It was really fun, but it was so scary. And the water was pretty refreshing, to be honest. It wasn't too icy cold as people have been telling us. We've come to a super Aussie cafe for lunch and I'm starving, and they had a lamb burger on the menu which had things like tzatziki and all sorts of goodness, so I'm really hyped to get that because Greek food and Greek style food is super rare here in Japan. I'm going over the budget that we get for the lunch, but it's worth it. We finished the shoot and time to celebrate. Our freshly squeezed orange juices are here and they're in this cute little like light bulb.
so good. I haven't had freshly squeezed juice in ages.
This is amazing. Oh, hell yeah. I feel like we're back in Australia.
I know, it feels like we're back in Australia.
It makes me so happy. I think because
Yeah.
we're so deprived of like Aussiness.
Same things.
How is it?
It's great. It's so fresh, nutritious.
Burgers are here. Here's the lamb burger. I am starving because I skipped breakfast this morning and we went on that friggin' rapid. Itadakimasu. Oh my god. That's so good with the tzatziki.
I'm so excited.
Emma's got the same thing as me.
Hell yeah.
The bread is a brioche. I approve. Bread lady approves. If I'm going to be honest with you, at this point we were just enjoying the rest of our Hokkaido trip and went to a souvenir shop, that same tea place, Lupishia.
Milk to yogurt. That's the yogurt and milk.
Are you doing omiyage shopping?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm such a big tea fan. And they have so many like Niseko Gente, so limited edition ones. I'm thinking to get the set of 3 tins with the Hokkaido special. It comes with Hokkaido milk tea, the Niseko blend, and one more which was called Virgin Snow, which had like vanilla scents to it and smelled like flowers. It was the first time hearing that there was a famous distillery in Niseko, so of course we had to head there and it was amazing. I definitely want to come back here. We've got the famous Niseko gin here and we're at this beautiful distillery, and if you sit outside it's absolute peace and tranquility. You can just hear the sounds of nature, like the birds and the leaves rustling. It's such a beautiful establishment. And I'm gonna take my first sip. Ooh, so there's 13 botanicals inside of this gin, and you can really taste all the fruitiness. I really like it with the tonic. We had like a tasting that just had the gin itself and it was like 46%. It was strong but really smooth. It's my first time visiting this distillery, even though I've been to Niseko twice before. I really want to come back in the winter because it'll just be blanketed in white. But this is a really cool spot and Kanako recommended it and she wanted to come here. You might be wondering why we have so much free time. Well, it's because we couldn't make it back to the airport in time to get a flight back to Tokyo, so we had to leave the next morning. So we did a bit more sightseeing, went to Lake Toa, had just a nice time enjoying the beautiful view, because this is what Hokkaido's known for, it's nature. Saw this shrine that looked like it was literally out of Zelda, and then we had one last dinner as a team, enjoying a local delicacy, which is Jingaskan, basically lamb with veggies. Otsukare-sama to everyone, and let me know if I should make this a series. I really liked filming my business week. All right, bye guys.